Hey friends, so it's currently 1 o'clock in the morning because it was way too hot to film in my apartment anytime earlier in the day. So I'm doing this for myself, I'm doing this for you, because it's the only time that my apartment is not unbearably hot. But today's video, in the theme of roasting, it's gonna be an anti-haul. Because I'm gonna roast some new products because there's some stuff that have come out recently where I'm like, why? Why though? New things out on the market where I'm like, what do I want to start with? Sephora. I have the Sephora app on my phone now because I'm that person. I don't have to go to the actual website, so here we go. So first thing, a new basic ass palette from Tarte, the Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust eyeshadow palette. A $39 rose toned palette. All of Tarte's palettes look the same, don't look that exciting, and have really stupid names. It's like, who's buying these? That's what I wonder. Like, who is buying all of these things where it justifies them coming out with new ones all the time? I don't understand it. I'm definitely not going to buy it because it's like, wow. This is gonna look pretty on like Fair Girls and has like zero creativity involved. I'm not about brands that just have zero creativity. Come on, Tarte. I just don't feel excited by anything Tarte is putting out right now. Like none at all. I don't need it and I'm not gonna buy it. Next, this was something that I hadn't heard about until Thomas Halbert talked about it in a video. It's the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. Now, I've never been a stan for Huda Beauty. Like, I've never bought any of her products. I've never really like been that inspired by them. I always thought they were overpriced. And this whole kind of like shift in marketing where like everything else has been very like themed around like Middle Eastern like spices and colors and the desert, and it's very been like all of their branding has been very kind of unified, and then this like setting powder is just like kitchen cute baking where I'm like, where did that come from? And then one thing that kind of bothers me about it, I'm not entirely sure if this like went into the making of this product, but it feels kind of shady, like it was jacking the idea from Beauty Bakery where like all of their things are like branded around like baking stuff where they have like a flour setting powder. I don't know. It makes me feel icky and I don't need to buy it. Like I really like my Glossier Wowder, and then I'm looking at some other setting powders for when I run out of that, and this is not going to be one of them, so I don't need it and I'm not gonna buy it. Next, I saw it on like new products list and I was like, why is this being advertised? This is stupid. They have a new beauty blender that's blue. Sapphire. Beauty blender Sapphire. It's a blue sponge. What difference does it make the fact that it's blue, or it's pink, or it's beige, or it's yellow, or it's golden? It's a sponge. It's a $20 sponge and it's blue. I don't get the appeal of like having new colors of sponges. Like, I just feel like that's just like a ploy where it's like, oh, you have the pink sponge and you have the beige sponge, but do you have the blue sponge? It's like, it's a sponge. They work the same way. They have pores in it that absorbs liquid and it blends out your foundation relatively seamlessly.
Seamlessness, seamlessness, seamlessness.
Why do you need a new color? Why do you need to come up with a new color of a sponge that does the exact same thing of a different sponge? Just the fact that they called it Sapphire and I was like, it's blue. I don't own a beauty blender. I still use brushes in my fingers. Does my makeup look okay? Right now it actually looks great, which is obnoxious because it's hot, and it's like, as much as my body and my soul hates the heat, my skin loves it. My skin loves the heat, where it's like,
oh, look at all this moisture that you're creating.
Cool. And I'm like, ow, I hate the heat. This sucks. I'm a Washingtonian born and raised. That means I'm weak as hell when it comes to temperature. It gets above 82 and I'm just like, I'm dying. Next. Next is something that I saw again on like the new products list. I just kind of browsed through like Sephora new releases, and Too Faced the Bunny Sex Mascara set for $25, where you get a Better Than Sex mascara, which I've heard is good. I haven't used it. And then a makeup bag that has bunny ears on it. Why do they have to, bunny sex? As in like fucking like rabbits? Like that's like a thing where you like have a lot of sex and you just make a lot of babies. Like the name doesn't make any sense and it's really stupid and off-putting and it annoys me. So I'm not buying it. Cause I don't need it. I don't need a button. That just, Too-Faced. Just, you had me with the anniversary palette. You really did. And now you're just like, one thing that kind of hurts my soul, because I wanted to be really excited about this, the Moroccan Spice palette from Fenty Beauty. The palette, like the packaging itself is gorgeous and it's like my kind of thing where it's like not audacious, it's not huge, it's like sleek and compact and still pretty. But the colors in it just don't inspire me in any way, shape, or form. It looks so derivative of so many things that have come out in the last year and a half where it's like, ooh, warm tones with a pop of blue. Wow, revolutionary. It just seems lazy, you know? Like, and also it's $59. If I wanted to buy the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, like the OG one, I would probably get all these colors in it and it would be like half the price. Like this just seems, it seems lazy. It seems like a cop-out. It's like, I get that it's like Moroccan Spice, but I don't know, that felt like a name and a theme to like justify the color palette being like everything else that's come out in the last year. You know, like it just seems lazy. I don't like it. Damn it, Rihanna, I wanted to buy a palette from you, but I'll just have to stick to the duo things, which I want all of, by the way. The Kilowatt highlighters that come out recently, oh my god, that orange and pink thing, I want it all. The last thing from Sephora is straight up idiotic. I saw this on Sephora and then I saw it on Beauty News and I was like, that's not gonna work. Why do you think that that would work? Glam Glow, my favorite brand in the whole wide world, came out with a hyaluronic acid infused highlighter palette for $42. Why did you think that would work? Hyaluronic acid is a skincare ingredient that goes in your skincare. It goes in, if you want to put it in primer, if you want to put it in foundation, cool, because it goes directly on your face. But this is a powder that goes on top of your face, on top of your foundation and your concealer and whatever else you put on your face. Why would they think that this is necessary? And I feel like having something like that that's just open, like skincare ingredients don't just last forever. Like I feel like hyaluronic acid isn't going to do what it needs to do besides the fact that it's in a powder, but also the fact that it's like in an open container. Like doesn't it have to be like in a shut glass bottle or like I feel like some of the ingredients would just like escape into the ether, you know? Like it would just evaporate. I don't know. It's really dumb. And it's like, wow, $42 highlighter palette. You can justify the price being that high by putting hyaluronic acid in it. That doesn't make any sense. Glam Glow, stop. I gave up on Glam Glow. You're done. Bye-bye. Don't need it, not gonna buy it. Next. So this whole Jaclyn Hill Morphe thing, the new palette whatever things where it was like supposedly the like reject shades from the original palette she came out with like a year and a half ago. It seems like an odd concept. I didn't really pay attention to it at all because I'm like, I don't watch her channel. I just don't. I don't own any Morphe palettes. But then like somebody commented in one of my videos, they were like, oh, what's your comment on like the Morphe Jaclyn Hill drama? And I was like, there's drama again? What drama is there now? Like that girl is just surrounded by drama all the time, which is one reason why I never purchase anything from her, because it's like, if there's constantly drama surrounding your releases, that's not a good thing, you know? Like it's not a good thing. These palettes look just like whatever, fine. And then they like released it and then took it away because they were like, oh, the quality is not up to par. And it's like, then why release it in the first place? That just seems stupid. They didn't like technically release it, but they gave it to a bunch of influencers who like made videos about it. And when it was bad, when people were like, oh, this quality is not good, they were like, let's just like backpedal and like delay the release and like completely reformulate everything. I'm like, what was the point in wasting all of the product and all of the time and all of the resources on the product that was subpar that you sent to the influencers? That just seems fucking wasteful, you know? Like, I don't get that. Just make a good product the first time around, you know? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not gonna buy it. Sorry. Sorry, Jaclyn. Sorry, Morphe. Again, don't give a shit about your stuff. Another thing from Huda Beauty, actually, I forgot about until just this very second. This like rose gold remastered palette is kind of on the same theme, where like she had the rose gold palette initially that was in like really cheap ass looking packaging and had like chunky glitter eyeshadows, and then discontinued it and like made a bunch of people go out and buy it essentially because they were like, oh, it's gonna be gone forever, I need to buy it now. But she didn't tell people that she was reformulating it and re-releasing it. And it was like, that's just super shady. Like, that's shady as fuck. Like, if you're gonna discontinue something with the sole purpose of like coming out with like a new version of it that people can buy later, don't hide that information from them, because that's just a money grab. I don't trust her. Again, why? I feel icky about buying things from her. And then the new palette came out and people weren't happy with it. I'm like, what are you even doing? Like, I can't even imagine the amount of waste that is accumulated by like subpar releases from things. I cannot. Sorry, Huda, not gonna buy anything, bye. Next, one thing that hurt my soul, as you well know, the Gemini palette from Melt is like my new baby. I love it. I've used it so many times. It's one of my favorites of all time now. Like, just the color palette, everything about it, I love. And then they made it like limited edition, and I knew it was limited edition at the time, but I wasn't sure, and I'm still not sure if they're bringing it back. And it just seems like that was such a unique palette to like the entire makeup community, where like everybody wants it because nobody else is coming out with something like it. And then they were like started teasing the 27 palette immediately after Gemini like sold out. And so I was like, okay, this is gonna be another like change the game, fuck everybody up. Cool, like Melt is on a roll here. And then they released it and I was like, oh, the Naked Heat palette. That looks exactly the same as the like this is everything that everybody else is coming out with. It's like the weird Jeffree Star blood thing palette, and then like the Lime Crime Venus XL palette. It's just cool reds and beiges and mid-tone browns. Like, don't do this to us, Melt. Like, you were here to fuck the game up. Don't do it. Like, make a purple palette. Like, make something. Like, you should have been the person that was coming out with the Norvina palette that ABH is coming out with, that I want, but ABH beat you to the punch. Melt, like, I'm in your lane now, I really am, and I'm really happy that I have the Gemini palette and that it's cheaper than buying the individual stacks where it's like $48 for 5 eyeshadows as opposed to $58 for 10 eyeshadows. I get it. Don't come in here with like a like a bouquet of beautiful roses and like wonderful homemade tiramisu, and then the next day just like get pizza delivered and like Netflix and chill, you know? Like, I want, you wooed me on the first release, and then the second release was like, oh, cool, whatever. The first one was just a ploy to get me to fall in love with you. Thanks, damn it. I just came up with that analogy on the spot, by the way. It's 1:11 in the morning, and I feel like I should be more tired than I am because I was at a music festival all weekend out in the woods. Timberfest, so. And then the last thing on this anti-haul is something that makes me blush, makes me cringe, makes me very confused, and makes me angry all at once. I've seen one positive review, like, I haven't watched a lot of reviews of this product in this collection, but I've seen one positive review of the entire collection on Samantha Ravndal's channel. I love Samantha Ravndal. Sam is great. She's one of my favorites. I love her like personality, her vibe, the way she wears makeup. She's dope. And I get why she liked this product. But this whole like flesh thing from Revlon, because it's Revlon, it's the cringiest thing. I can't handle it. Like, A, you have like FIRM FLESH Thick Stick as a foundation that's $18 and it's really tiny. Like, the amount of product you get in that is ridiculous. And it's so creamy to where you're gonna use that shit up so fast. It's like worse than the KKW like dick stick thing that they came out with. It's dumb. The packaging looks cheap on a lot of the products. It looks nice on some of the products, but other ones where I'm like, why? The names are all super cringy. Like let me see, what are some of the other ones? Flesh Pot Eye Gloss, which isn't too bad. Let me see if I can find some of the names of the products. The Tender Flesh Blush, Fleshy Lips, Touch Flesh Highlighting Balm,
flesh to flesh.
Highlighting powder. What is it, like docking flesh to flesh? Like ripe flesh, I almost said dick drops. Ripe flesh, glisten drops, swipe flesh, and then strong flesh, and then proud flesh. There's like 3 different kinds of lipsticks and then a liquid lipstick, and one of the lipsticks is in like a pot, so it's like a balm, like a balmy lipstick. There's puffy, firm, jiggly, and shiver. Oh, there's one called swollen, tremble, and succulent. Those are all words to use to describe a vagina. The one kind of redeeming quality, I think, of this whole release is the fact that the foundation comes in a multitude of shades. It comes in so many colors, like 42 or something. Like it's a good shade range for something that's like relatively inexpensive, but the amount of product you actually get doesn't make it relatively inexpensive in the long run, because you're gonna use it up faster than you would like an Anastasia thing. So it's like some of the things are named very, very like suggestive. Fleshy Lips lipstick are hungry, chew, gorge, and lick. Okay, so a cannibalist themed lipstick. Got it. See what you're going for there, Flesh. So it's like sex themed and also cannibalism? I don't understand it. It's just the biggest gimmick. Revlon, I used to be a fan of you. I did. I still own some Revlon lipsticks. I do. But like, this is ridiculous. I'm not one to be offended by names that are suggestive. Like I've said in the past, like I have NARS blushes. I don't mind things being named kind of suggestively, like Better Than Sex mascara, doesn't bother me. NARS orgasm doesn't bother me. But those things are branded, well, Too Faced not so much. NARS things are branded and targeted towards older consumers, like somebody who's maybe a late teen, 20s, 30s, even 40s. Like NARS is like an expensive bougie brand. But something like this where the packaging just looks kind of cheap and it's just kind of like edgy, like cool Instagram teen, it's just gross. It's just gross. I don't need it and I'm not gonna buy it. Sorry, Flesh. Firm Flesh? Really? Who came up with that name? And who decided, yeah, that's a good idea? I'd like to have a firm talking to with them. But those are all the products for today's anti-haul. I don't have any exorbitantly expensive skincare to talk about because I haven't fucking paid attention. I should go now. Today's song of the day is Bloodfeather by A Highly Suspect. It's a band that my buddy Matt started listening to, and then like he was just listening to it while I was there, and I was like, okay, I don't hate this. This is cool. So I started listening to them. It's a pretty good song. It's like rock, prog rock type stuff. It's very it's just rock and roll. Not that difficult to describe. But yes, the song is called Bloodfeather. Band is called Highly Suspect. I will post a link to it in the description below. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I would love you forever and ever. That would be amazing. And then hit the bell to get notified when I upload things, because I am trying to upload things way more regularly the rest of the summer because I've been terrible the last 2 months. Thank you to my patrons. You guys are amazing. And my lip is starting to sweat and I need to take this shirt off. It's very hot. I thought I could film 2 videos tonight, but nope. That was a lie that I told myself. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!